Hi everyone! Hello, hello! How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are gonna pop on with me. I know it's kind of another last minute notice here, but I posted this box yesterday and you guys all wanted to see it. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it. It's really cute. I'm so excited about it. It came out really, really cute. We're going to use a celebration stamp set on that. So, if you're home crafting and you feel like you need some more supplies, maybe you're running low on cardstock or adhesive, please head to my online store. You can shop and have it sent directly to you. Use this host code. If your order is over $40, you're going to be entered to win the little ladybug stamp set. I have an extra one. Let's see if I can find it in here. The little ladybug stamp set. I have an extra one, so I'm giving it away. So all orders that are over $40 using this host code are going to enter to win that little ladybug stamp set, but you only have until March 25th to get that order in. So get that order in by March 25th. You'll be entered to win the little ladybug stamp set. Use this host code. Today we are using this stamp set. This is a celebration stamp set, which means it's only going to be around for another, like 9 days left of celebration. This is only around for another 9 days, and you can only earn it free with a $100 purchase. So go to my online store if you want this stamp set. This is what we're using today. Earn it for free with your purchase. And those papers aside, we're going to start with our stamping on our box. We're just going to jump right into this. We're going to start with all of our stamping, and then we're going to assemble the box because the stamping takes longer than the box. Well, no, the stamping is quick. The fussy cutting takes longer, but that's okay, right? So I'm going to start. I love fussy cutting, so I'm okay with fussy cutting. There are no dies or punches for this, so you do have to fussy cut it. Well, there are punches that coordinate with the inside of this, but we're not using that today. So we're fussy cutting the whole thing. So I'm starting with this image, and I've already mounted my greeting and my little frame image together. Because frankly, guys, I was too lazy to get up and get another block because I already have a bunch of blocks in use for all the images we're going to use, and I was just too lazy to get up and get another block. So I figured it's going to be stamped in the inside there anyway, so I'm just going to mount them together. So work smarter, not harder, guys. So we're going to stamp one of our frame image, and I'm using black tuxedo memento black. I don't know what it's called. And then we're stamping 3 of this little flower. And they're all going to be fussy cut, so it doesn't matter where you're stamping them, just fussy cut them. All right. So let me show you the colors we're going to use. So these are the colors we're going to use for our flowers. We're going to use Real Red, Old Olive, and So Saffron. Now the reason I chose these colors, let me pull out. Oh, I didn't even pull them out. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Ugh. This is what we're putting inside our box. These lemon cupcakes from Hostess. And so we're using the yellow from the actual cupcake, and then I pulled in that Real Red from just the wrapper on the label. And so it's all going to work together. It's all going to coordinate. But this is what we're using. I found these just at our local Walmart a couple weeks ago. And so this is what we're using for the treat in our box. And I love lemon desserts. So when I saw it, I was like, yes, please. All right, so we're going to start. I'm going to start with my red and put the other ones aside. Now, it's going to be interesting for me to line this up without being able to get my head over the camera. So we're gonna see how I do. So in the stamp set are the stamps that line up with these images. So you can just stamp them over. You can color them if you want, but if you don't want to color, look at how perfect. They just line up perfectly in those flowers. So we have that flower, and then we need to do 3 of this one. And this is the one that I had trouble lining up yesterday, so I don't know which way it goes. I probably should have paid attention on my sheet when I took them off. Is that it? Hold on, let me pull it down so I can figure out the directional pattern. I think that's it. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, that's not too bad. I think I did pretty okay. Without getting my head in the camera, under the camera, it's very challenging to line these up. That one's way off. We're going to redo that one. I'm going to actually try this. I'm going to stamp the red part first, and we're going to just try to stamp the outline. Because that one was way off. Of course, now I have to reline this up. Oh my goodness. Let's see, let me pull it down just a ton. Oh, man, early morning stamping. You know what, I'm not sure that's easier. We're gonna stamp another one. You can use your Stamparatus if you're worried that you're not gonna get perfect placement. Pull out your Stamparatus, guys. That's what it's for. And is this? Okay, nope, that way's not right. That way, I think it's this way. You guys can probably see better than me. I should be looking through the camera. Oh, perfect. That one's our best one. Yay. All right, so we're done with our red. Move that aside. We're gonna pull in the center of our flower, which is gonna be So Saffron, and I have both of those on one stamp here. So there's a more oval looking one, and that's for the smaller flowers. And then this, you'll be able to tell. There's one with like a scallopy bottom. That's for this one right here. Perfect. And these aren't too hard to line up. These go right inside. 1, 2. This stamp set is one of my favorites. I love this one. So cute, right? All right, and now the last thing that we have to line up is our leaves. And then we're done with our stamping. Now again, if you don't want to line any of these up, you could absolutely color them. That's fine too. I've colored them. And they are so much fun to color. So use your blends, use your watercolor pencils, use your ink pads and a blender pen, whatever you want to do. Oh, it's okay. Oh, you know, we forgot to do, we need to stamp more of those leaves. I forgot. Because I want a couple extra leaves. I don't know if you guys can see these little extra leaves down here. I'm going to show you how we get those. So I'm going to pull out another sheet of cardstock real quick, another scrap. Okay, put this aside. We're going to fussy cut all of those in a minute. And all I want is these little leaves over here. So that's all I'm going to ink up. Just want the leaves, and I'm going to do that twice. I just want these leaves. Just ink that up again. I'm telling you guys, the stamping part is the longest and hardest part of this. The box is so simple. All right, so let's get our leaves again, this little image. And just line those up. Perfect. Perfect enough. There we go. All right, so we're gonna fussy cut now. I didn't do any of this in advance, but I think I can fussy cut pretty quickly. We'll see. So when you're fussy cutting, you wanna make sure that you're keeping your scissors nice and straight and you're moving your paper, not your scissors. And that will give you much better results when you're fussy cutting. I love to fussy cut, so I usually choose it more than anything else because I think it's kind of therapeutic. I really should have fussy cut some of these in advance though, because this might take a while. But these are actually pretty simple images to fussy cut. They don't take too long. And so you'll see that I did cut those leaves out, but I left a little bit of that tag, and that's going to give us just a little bit of room to glue it down. All right, these, we're just going to cut those off. We don't need those. And I'm just going to go around these quickly. And I am just leaving a little white border, so you can do that. You can cut right up to the edge. I think it's a little more forgiving when you leave a little white border. People can't see if there's any big mistakes in your cutting. Just leave a little halo of white as you go around. I'm going to cut off these two. If you work with smaller papers and not bigger papers, so I'm cutting on them apart from each other to cut them because a lot of excess paper will make it more challenging to fussy cut too. So just work with a small piece of paper, use small sharp scissors. Don't move your scissors, move the paper, and you'll be successful, I promise. This isn't too bad. How's everybody doing? Sunday morning here. We got our newspaper today delivered to us, and inside the newspaper had included like an entire book of like puzzles and games and coloring sheets that they had printed. So I was like, that is fantastic. Thank you, Albuquerque Journal. So just new stuff for the kids to do, which is good. So there's some little brain puzzles in there. And I've been starting the morning every morning with the kids with some little brain activities, just some like some math riddles or, you know, something just to get their minds warmed up. And so I've been scouring Pinterest for those, but now I have a whole book of them, so I'm very excited. So I told the kids I needed to go through and pick out all the stuff I wanted, and then they could have the coloring sheets. So, but there's some crosswords in there, so it's very good. I love how people are just coming together, seeing a need and coming together and doing what needs to be done. So that's very comforting, I think. All right, see, we're almost done. This is it. Now there is a tag punch in the mini catalog that cuts out this shape. It's a little smaller. That cuts out this. It's a little bit smaller so it can layer into this image. And let me show you. There's this little stitched one in the stamp set that coordinates perfectly with that tag. And then there's another tag punch. It's the Label Me Pretty and Label Me Fancy punches. And this one coordinates with that other one. I'm not sure which is which. I can't remember. I can't keep them separate, but so those two do coordinate. And then, so this smaller one, you can layer into that bigger one. So there is a punch for the inside, but not the outside. So you do have to fussy cut. All right. So let's get to our box assembly. We're going to set all our pieces aside. We will assemble them all onto the box. So let me just put those aside so I don't lose them. And we're going to work on our box. Okay. I didn't pre-cut my paper. So we're going to do this all together. So what you need is a piece that is 6 by 10.5. So on the 11-inch side, I'm just going to cut off 1/2 inch, and that will give me 10.5 inches. And then I'm going to cut this down to 6. Our new paper cutter is fabulous. If you're looking for a paper cutter, this one is fabulous. I'll put that away later. Okay, so we have our 10.5 by 6-inch piece of cardstock, and I'm going to pull out my Simply Scored. And we're going to do some scoring on this. So let me grab my notes so I know what I'm scoring. All right, we're going to start on the 10.5 inch side. We're going to score at 1.5 inches, 4.5, 6, and 9. And I'll post all of these measurements in the video description after the video is over. And then this will be on my blog eventually. I have some things going up on my blog this week, so it probably actually won't even be until next week, but I'll post all the measurements in the video description and in the YouTube description, so that and I'll get this up on YouTube right away. Okay, on the 6-inch side, I scored it at 1.5 and then at 4.5. So 1.5 and 4.5 on this side, and then 1.5, 4.5, 6, and 9 on the longer side. Okay, and that's all the scoring. Easy peasy. Only 6 lines. I think 6. Yep. All right, use your bone folder, get nice crisp folds. We're gonna burnish them all before we start cutting them. Bone folders are fantastic when you're making boxes because the lines are just so much crisper and your boxes will assemble better, I promise. All right, now we're gonna do some kind of funky cutting on this. So they are the same. It's the same. There's 1.5 inch pieces, and then there's 3-inch pieces, and it's the same on this side. There's 1.5, 3, 1.5. So it doesn't matter which is your top and which is your bottom. Just choose a part for your bottom and choose a part for your top. So I'm going to make this the bottom, and I'm going to cut up on the long side, and on these little 1.5 inch squares, I'm just going to notch them a little bit, and that's going to make our box go together easier. So on this long side, I'm going to cut straight up and then notch in. So this is the bottom part of our box. I'm going to notch in and then cut up. Okay, so we're going to turn it around and we're going to do exactly the same on the opposite side. So cut straight up and then notch in. Okay. All right. Last one, and then we're going to work on the top. So we're just going to notch these in. This box is really fun, really easy. And I didn't take my ribbon off, but there's an angled piece right here. I love that so much. I think it just adds some fun to the box. Okay, now we're going to turn it this way. We're going to work on our lid, and we're going to cut up this way for for our lid, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut up straight on the long side, and then we're going to notch in on the squares. Okay. So up straight, notch. Should have grabbed my bigger scissors for this. Okay. So let me move all my trash out of the way, and this is what we have. Let's see. So this is my lid, and I've notched in those pieces off to on the shorter side, and then my bottom I've notched in on the longer side. So I hope that all makes sense. So you can screenshot this if you need to see it. And then we're going to put adhesive on every little square tab. All those square tabs that we notched in, we're going to use adhesive. I'm going to use my Tombow to put this together, but you can use tear tape or fast fuse, whatever you have. But we're just going to go in. We're going to glue the bottom ones. I'm going to glue the bottom first. And there is one more trimming we have to do on our lid to get that fun angle. So we'll do that after we get our bottom set together. Okay, I'm going to go fold these in. Put some glue on here. And that just folds in just like that. So this is just like your typical like clamshell box. Put that on the inside. I'll add some glue to that piece. I love how strong Tombow is. If you're not a liquid glue fan, you can definitely use a dry adhesive for this, but I love Tombow. Oh my goodness, what happened there? It popped out. All right. Sometimes when I'm making 3D objects, I'll grab a bunch of little clothespins and just use them to hold the glue together, the Tombow. And that helps a lot when you're gluing stuff like this. Okay, I'm going to pull out my long scissors for this part because we're going to trim from this corner with the little tab all the way down to this corner. If I do it with my longer scissors, it's going to be a little straighter. You can do this on your paper trimmer before you start gluing, but I don't think it's a short distance. You could definitely do it with your paper snips if you didn't have long scissors, and nobody's going to be measuring like, oh, look at that cut, that didn't come out right. They're just gonna be glad you gave them a little gift. So it's gonna kind of look like a funky rocket. Yes. And then we're gonna put some adhesive on these tabs. Maybe, come on, glue. I'm gonna put some adhesive on these tabs, and those will get glued down just like this. Okay. All right. See, that is like, that's all the box. That's it. Isn't that easy peasy? Isn't that cute? Now you could decorate your box. You could throw some DSP on here. You could have stamped it before we assembled it. You could do all of that stuff. I did use a little not a half inch. I used a 1-inch circle punch and notch that. I didn't grab that before I came live, so I'm not going to do that on this one. But you could do that. It makes it a little easier to open, but isn't it cute? And our little cupcake, let's throw that in there. Our little cupcake fits perfectly in there. This would be such a cute gift. Leave it on your neighbor's front porch, drop it off in a nursing home or something. Such a fun gift. All right, now just to finish it off, to keep it closed, make it pretty, I'm going to add some ribbon. This is from our mini catalog. This is the double stitched satin ribbon. This is real red. This is it's in the mini catalog. It's with the Valentine stuff right at the beginning. But real red ribbon is fabulous to have all the time. Oh, did you guys see that? I cut my ribbon with my paper scissors. Darn it. I have 2 scissors. They're separate and they're labeled so that my family doesn't make that mistake, and I just did it. Great. It's okay. One time's not going to hurt. So I'm going to tie this ribbon off to the side, off to the right here, because we're going to put our stamped label on top of that. So I'm just going to tie a ribbon. The pressure of a video again. Ugh. Okay. The ribbon on my other box was much cuter, but it'll work. So we have our little bow. All right, now where did our stamp pieces go? Here they are. We're going to pull in our stamp pieces and we're going to start assembling. So let me pull dimensionals. All right, most of these little flowers. So we're going to choose our 2 best ones So I think this one will be the one that we glue flat down. So I'm gonna grab my Tombow again for that. You could use glue dots, you could use snail, whatever you want. This one's just gonna kind of go down here, just glue flat down, and then the others we're gonna pop up. So let me put some dimensionals behind these. This one, and then we're just gonna stick that down, just like that. This one is gonna go off to the side right here. And then we're just going to tuck our leaves under. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of this, and I'm just going to tuck my leaf right under, just like that. Okay, and our other one we're just going to tuck under the same way. And actually this one I'm going to put a little bit of glue on top of the leaf, and I'm going to tuck it under on the bottom. Just like that. Isn't that cute? So all those little extra leaves, just tuck them under where they need to go. Stick them on with dimensionals. So cute. All right, we're gonna sandwich this ribbon in with our tag. So I'm gonna use some dimensionals and just gonna kind of adhere this ribbon down with dimensionals, and that'll keep our ribbon nice and secure. When people open the box, they can just untie it and the ribbon's not gonna get lost. And on our tag, I'm just going to use a couple of dimensionals on the very top and the very bottom, because these dimensionals will fall in the middle. So just the top and the bottom, that's all you need. Keep everything nice and secure. And that, you guys, that is it. That's this sweet, cute little box. You just stick that on there. Isn't that cute? So you can just leave this on somebody's doorstep. They open it up and they have super yummy little cupcake inside. Isn't that adorable? What a sweet little gift. And perfect, and it's bright and cheerful. I love these colors. I love red and yellow. Just bright and cheerful. Let's see if I can tie this bow better the second time. We'll see. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like this box? It's super cute. It's really easy to make. You could decorate it any way. If you do want to purchase this Tags and Bloom stamp set, remember you can only earn it free with a $100 purchase during Celebration, and Celebration ends in 9 days. It ends on March 31st, so you don't have a lot of time to earn this for free, so make sure you get that order in. Remember, you have until March 25th to use this host code to be entered to win that little ladybug stamp set. I'm giving one away. For all orders over $40, you're going to be entered to win that little ladybug stamp set. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I will put this up on YouTube a little later today, and there will be a blog post about it probably in about a week. I did tell you I have some other stuff going up all week long, so watch for that. But I will put the measurements in the video description of this and in YouTube, so check those if you want to make this before my blog post is up. If you like this video, please share with your friends. We all need some little crafty videos to watch right now, so please share this video on Facebook if you're watching this on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up so you don't miss my next video. And I hope you guys have a good Sunday and a great week, and I'll be popping in when I can. So have a great time. Thanks, guys. Bye.